When I brought up that we were going through a midwife, like people got in my face and it was like, man, this isn't your decision, man. When you see natural childbirth, totally different experience, man. And it's amazing. I have never been so impressed by women, by Maria, who is, my partner, and like, it's insane. I mean, it's freaking nuts, right? It is one of the craziest things that that I've seen, and I can go. I mean, we could talk about this a lot, but
the impression it leaves on you is sort of like, you have so much more respect for your wife, your partner, your girlfriend, wherever you're at in your relationship or based on your beliefs, because whatever that's going to end up looking like is all on you. But you walk away with, man, this is one tough lady. Yeah. Top of that, backtracking just a little bit, because I remember, I think it was Doug, my good friend Doug McGuff at the 21 convention in Orlando, like 4 years ago, I want to say, where he was talking about, he has this great line talking about, when some granola head decides they're going to have their baby on their living room floor, and it comes out with the cord wrapped around their neck and it gets dropped in my lap. It is a concern, and it's important to note, like, these midwives have like graduate training in midwifery. Like, it's not, if you now, I don't know how it was where you were, but if you were looking around, like, first of all, it looks like hotel suites, like giant bathtubs and like gorgeous, wonderful beds. But if you look along the wall, they had these little hooks and places where if they needed to hang a saline drip or like hang a device for like administering oxygen, they could do that. And they could do up to a certain number of medical procedures or give a certain number of shots based on the circumstances. And then where we had the baby was like a mile, it's like a mile and a half from the North Austin Medical Center, which is one of the St. David's. They're up on Mopac. Nobody else will know what we're talking about, but kind of north of the Domain.
Well, pretty much any good midwifery will have a hospital very close. Right. Any birthing center.
Exactly. And so you're seeing a lot of a lot of hospitals as well will have a birthing center within the hospital where they do all of that. And if something goes wrong, it's like across the hall or down the hall, but it's the domain of midwives up until that point. And it's kind of it's a so what scenario. It's saying like, well, what if something goes wrong and it's beyond the scope of what they're trained to do? Well, you go to someone who then has the training. It's sort of like saying, well, what if you need brain surgery and you're meeting with your family practice doctor? Well, then they refer you to a brain surgeon. Like, it's not a thing. It's outside the scope of their practice. And then they just refer you to the person that is the scope of their practice. But clearly we both had good experiences, and it was much more medically sound than I think people think when they think midwives, and this idea of, the grass hut and a field and the Congo and nothing like that at all. It's just really comfortable, safe, and competent. And the best to my wife's mind, and we're insured. It's not like we're I mean, I'm gainfully employed, so it's not like we have problems. But to her mind, it's the best medical care she's ever had. Just as emphasis on care, just being in touch with what's going on and taking the time to listen, and the scope of